And we got the shiny charms. Look at Bobby. He's drinking from a cup. So that makes it like, what, 2 Kevins? Check how Jeremy's outnumbered because there's more minions than him. One regular show character against minions. Oh. Jeremy Legend 23. Something remarkable is afoot. My research suggests Mewtwo is active in the area. You may be familiar with Mewtwo, one of the most extraordinary Pokemon ever documented. Its origins are unique among Pokemon I've studied. Years of genetic engineering and DNA experimentation. What scientists created was a Pokemon made to battle. The power it carries as a result, well, the evidence speaks for itself. For what I know of it, it won't take on just any trainer. With your skills, you could be exactly the type of trainer that Mewtwo is looking to battle. So stay sharp and keep your Pokemon close. Okay. What is it? I'm thrilled to see you, Jeremy Legend 23. Making new friends, seeing new sights, trying new foods. All this is so exciting. Even more exciting than that, I've heard the mythical Pokemon Zeraora is in the area. Maybe it could sense this gathering of strong trainers like you and came to investigate. Well, we better get out there and show it what we are made of. Professor! Would you mind maybe letting me catch some Pokemon while I'm out and about? Oh. It's gonna be like 99 degrees later. Is there like a checklist going on? No checklist. Your challenge is starting. Would you please slow down? Say to activate an instance. We'll make sure that Jeremy doesn't get lots of females today. Oh. Good luck with that. Where's that orange thing at? Is it special? No? Then why is it orange? Okay, well, it's not here. It's not here. Oh! Genetic ministry. It feels so hot even right now. Alright, where's that incense? There we go. Ooh, Tropius! Banana! Do the minions do that? Tropius, I think, spawns with incense. So it's not a wild spell. It's explanation mark unknown. It reminds me of Mel. Doesn't Stalak do the same thing? Yes, but Mel does it more than he does. Might want to hold on to that. I like that form. Gotta spin some Pokestops. I need to find some shade. Oh, different species. Oh, Ponyta. Galarian Ponyta. hello, cross. Ah, it's a girl. I. Ow, bless me. Okay, so one of the tasks is to catch ice types. You know, you unknowns have so many patterns it's hard to even remember if you were the eye. You look more like a key, actually. Catch 26 unknown. Oh! I caught all the forms? Neat! Question mark. Wait, if Mel is the explanation mark, does that mean Stuart's the question mark? Well, yeah. Do you remember when I said that thing about Kevin giving Stuart his independence after Game Over and Over, which is why we don't see them in the Despicable Me films, with the exception of Despicable Me 2. Well, I feel like in Despicable Me 4, I feel like Kevin visited Stuart and asked if he wanted to come back and be, like, his bro again. You know, like the good old days. What made me think about that? Those post-credits from Minions and Monsters. I saw the trio part of James's post-credits movie. It's assumed that James must have convinced the trio to be brothers again, just so they can do wacky scenarios with the spell book. If I want my canon to make sense. That's probably the case. So Baby One-Eyed actually brought them back together. Best thing we could do is possibly find some more ice types over in that area. Is that the best idea? It's better than any idea I could think of. Especially since I'm not really finding many ice types to begin with. Well, you know what I mean. Wow, Bergmite. The Pokemon we just caught ended up being our award. I want to hold on to that. How many candies are there? Valor. Yeah, apparently they have Pikachus that wear the cap of your team. I got my Team Instinct one. I also have a Team Mystic as well. Valor is the last one. I also like how Stuart and Bob are interacting in that scene where they're turning into like there's like hybrid versions of Gru and an animal. I thought it was funny.
Are we just coming here?
I have a couple eggs that are almost ready to hatch. Where was I? Like I was saying, I like how Bob and Stuart are hanging out and they're like concocting spells of like hybrid animals of Gru. Whether it be a kitty or a sheep or a penguin or even a pig. It's hilarious. I just like seeing the brothers like hanging out like that. Almost reminds me of the Regal Cinemas roller coaster. Something I wish they could have done with Stuart in Rise. Why is it he's much better in the commercials than he is in the actual movie? It's crazy. Where's the potential that Rise of Gru had? Yeah, it's kind of heat right now. Kids are out with their families. They're at the park. They're at the library. Jeremy Legend 23. This may be bigger than Mewtwo alone. I've been tracking some extraordinary readings that I believe it's Mega Evolved Mewtwo who may be looking for a challenger. I know you've faced tough battles before, but this feels different. The combination of raw power and psychic intensity in the data seeing warrants serious preparation. I don't want to alarm you, but I also don't want you going in unprepared. Start getting your team ready, Jeremy Legend 23. This is exactly the kind of thing that gets a Pokemon professor's heart racing. Yeah, I have an egg that's close to hatching, so... How am I gonna take on a Mewtwo? Let alone a Mega Evolved. Of unknown out during this event? I think that was why. What's with the one eye? I do have Dick, so that could be explanation as to why we're getting unknowns also. He's a one-eyed minion. A tall one-eyed minion. Apparently a lot of people do not like the minion Dick. I didn't like him at first, but he actually turned out to be better than Mel, actually. Because at least he had development as a character. Yeah, he was mean and violent. But when he was with Dort and Debbie, he learned to be mellow and accept his boss's change of heart. Also remember, he's a leader. Leaders tend to be very courageous and brave. So yeah, Kevin and Dick are the much better leaders. Mel became a much better leader of the Mega Minions, but not of the minions as a whole. So yeah, I was surprised. Because I was not expecting to like Dick. James is still my favorite. I still love James. It's just that Dick surprised me. Also, it's really hard to talk when the sun is beating down on you. Ow. That was a sneeze. How are we gonna catch this thing? He's a big cat. Look at him, Mewtwo's a cat. I guess the cat likes blue. Ooh, it's got a background. That's great and all, but maybe could we, like, wait until, we hatch more of those eggs? Huff, wait, let me catch my breath. Phew. You sure took what I said about getting out there to heart, didn't you? Yes! One thing for sure, if Zero Aura is watching, it'll be plenty impressed by your skills. And on that note, I actually have a hunch it's closer than we think. I spied a few flashes of light off in the distance. Wherever Zero Aura runs, you get flashes of lightning and the echo of thunder. I guess we're not the only ones getting charged up. Easy for you to say! I'm Tim Instant! John Powell's score for Minions and Monsters. It's really, really good. He even does his own rendition of the Minion theme, but gives it a little twist. Gives it a Hollywood flair. James has his own theme dedicated to him. John Powell's score is very unique and experimental. Every scene that happens in Minions and Monsters has a purpose. And the piece of music that plays along with the scene really fits it. It's sad at first, but then it picks up. And there's like a sad scene, and the music incorporated in that is along with it. It just makes the scene even better. Don't get me wrong, I love Hector Pereira's score, but John Powell's just really breathed life into this movie. It's also one of the Illumination movies that doesn't have needle drops, which are basically songs for, that have, like, pop culture in there. There are songs but it's of the time period. Because if we would have had stuff that was like not from the time period, it would have been out of place. Wouldn't really work for the movie. It just feels so different. We know it's a Minions movie, but it's the way it's structured just feels like it's unlike any Illumination movie we've ever seen before. And I have to applaud him for that. So yeah, Minions and Minions and Monsters is tied for being one of the best movies Illumination's ever made. Because they're movies that don't have any wasted potential. No wasted potential whatsoever. The Hollywood stuff, it was actually really great. I like how it was structured. And it led to the whole monsters plot later on. Because there was a purpose. James was very creative from the very beginning and wanted to show his ideas to the world. Well, Henry and Ed were the only ones that acknowledged his dream. Even Max. But Dick, Elwood, and Frank, I think Frank was actually the very strict boss of Max. And Elwood is like his assistant. They're voiced by Jeff Bridges, so how was I supposed to know which one was which? It was like a whole Howard and Phillips situation. But yeah, well, you have those that don't actually like what you're doing, not following tradition and stuff like that. They're against you, but you have others that are with you and encourage you to do your best. Even Max says that whole monster idea James had was a passion project. Good on Max. I love Max. Oh, Galarian Zigzagoon. 98%. Only a couple away from getting that bottle cap. The only question is, who am I going to use it on? Do I use it on Otto, or do I use it on Jeremy? I might have made a oopsie daisy when I said that Elwood was actually the strict boss when it was actually Frank. But you gotta remember, I came out of the theater and reviewed it. That was closer, right? How was I supposed to know he was Frank and not Elwood? My brain just remembered Elwood, and I thought, is his name Elwood? My brain just catches on to things. I'm gonna try to review it the best way I can. I have to stay in the shade. It's too hot. So what was I saying? Yeah, everything in Minions and Monsters was great. I loved everything about it. The characters, the score, the plot. It was very easy to follow, and there's not that many subplots. It only has two. One is with James trying to make his monster movie after the whole Hollywood thing where they couldn't, stick to the script. It stuck with him, Henry, and Ed, while the subplot was basically Dick and his minions with Dort. Yes, they did it. They actually did it. I don't know how you did it, but you actually did it. Giving focus to the characters that actually needed it. And developing them, and not having too many subplots, which is what Illumination is notorious for doing. it's something that's plagued them since Despicable Me 3, when they had too many subplots going on. I get they were trying to give the family stuff to do, but it just kind of got in the way of the whole twin brothers subplot, along with the Minions trying to pursue evil elsewhere. Minions Rise of Gru didn't do it as much, but we had like 3 stuff going on. We got Kevin, Storm, and Bob going out to rescue Gru, Gru having some kind of mentorship with Wild Knuckles, and Otto going on his own adventure trying to get the stone. All at the same time, the Vicious Six are planning their revenge on Gru. So yeah, there's actually 4 stuff going on, but at least I was able to follow along that easily. It's just, Despicable Me 4 kind of also did the same thing Despicable Me 3 did, but not as bad. But Minions and Monsters, you only get like 2 subplots going on, and it's easier to follow. So it's kind of like what they did with the first Minions movie, because in the first Minions movie, Kevin, Stu, and Bob set out of the ice cave to find a villain for their tribe to serve. Well, at the same time, the tribe has to leave the ice cave after they accidentally kill a Yeti and embark on their own adventure. So there's like 2 subplots going on there. So they took what made the first Minions movie work and made it even better. Oh my god. My allergies are acting up. Power up ice Pokemon. I'm gonna need to catch one first. Does anybody know what unknown this is? That's not I. That looks more like a key. Oh yeah, I'll just power up this over here and like... Hey! Shizuke! Oh yeah, I forgot, you're my buddy. I was just wondering maybe you could do like your ice burn. You think you could do that? Freeze the ground. Ah, what I'd give to have that right now. Imagine just getting a shiny with that effect going on. But I want it to be ice type. Gumi! Well, I was talking about Minions and Monsters. How was Gumi as a villain? Gumi was unpredictable, actually. I know he's called the Deceiver. Garrett Orcam Oliver Magma Ichabod the Deceiver. But his friends just call him Goomy for short. I thought maybe he was just saying that just so, to trick the minions, but he had a grudge against humanity. I thought maybe he was winking just so he could get the monsters on his side, just so they can help with James's movie, but no, they're actually hell-bent on destruction. They want to destroy the world and unleash Irene. They've actually utilized Goomy as a villain really well, actually, because I didn't know where it was gonna go. I mean, I know that the French's mustard commercial show that he was a bad guy, but at least he was handled better than the Vicious Six. Yeah, I said it. He wasn't used as a gimmick. He actually had a purpose, a motive, basically. So yeah, Scarlet Overkill and Goomy are actually really good Minions villains. I like Bell Bottom, I like the Vicious Six, but they weren't really utilized that much as villains in Rise of Gru. They were just a gimmick, and their plan wasn't really utilized. All we know is that they were going to use the power of the Zodiac to take down the Anti-Villain League, and that's it. And we don't see this thing come into action until the climax to the movie. Whereas with Goomy, the spell book was shown in the very beginning of Minions and Monsters, so it came full circle. That's how you utilize it to the full potential. That's what you gotta do. It took the 7th movie in the Despicable Me franchise to actually get it right. I'm glad Pierre Coffin was on this project, because he knows what he's doing, along with Brian Lynch. Because a lot of the Illumination movies tend to miss the mark. They don't really tend to have villains utilized to their full potential. But Goomy was actually one of them. As for Howard and Phillips, well, they were also utilized really good. I don't see why people are complaining about the whole monster part not really playing a major part in the movie. It's called Minions and Monsters. The Minions get the spell book, like, early on in the movie. So it led to foreshadowing of that Cthulhu monster being Goomy. So yeah, they foreshadowed it. And if you look very closely at the spell book, you can see the monsters on the book. They look very similar to Howard, Phillips, and surprisingly, Irene. So yeah, they foreshadowed it. It's more of a show don't tell, but it was utilized really good here. So good on you, Illumination. That really is a critically acclaimed movie. If this is the direction that Illumination is doing their movies, I can't wait to see what they're going to do for Not Alone. I feel Not Alone is actually going to do much better than Migration. Because at least they actually have something marketable, like those aliens. Like, you could still do something original, but you gotta have something marketable in order to, like, get kids' attention as well. You couldn't really do that for Migration. I mean, you had Gwen, but there was no merchandise made of her. No promotions either. Hannah Cross. Sorry, my nose is running. What about Irene? Irene was scary. She's like this little giant blob monster. She's called the Eater of Worlds. She is terrifying. Not to mention gross. But what do you expect? She's a giant blob monster. How do you think the aftermath's gonna go? I could see Brian Lynch must have taken inspiration from the horror movie The Blob. 'Cause that thing is scary. I guess that could explain why she didn't get any Wendy's toy. Yeah, they didn't make any toys of you know what's weird? You know what's the weird thing about this? They didn't make any toys of the monsters. The only monster toy they made was Goomy for Wendy's. I mean, sure enough, there are ways you can get like the monsters as toys, but Wendy's, they could have had that, but they didn't. Where's Pickles? Hey, Pickles! I'm gonna need you to do a spatial rend. May it cost me my ice burn. So Pickles has spatial rend. Yeah, and Shizuke also has, there's a contributing ice burn. Well, it's just to catch different species. Can Shizuke use the ice burn again? I miss ice burn. Pikachu. love Dort and Debbie. They're such a cute couple in Minions and Monsters. I'm not the kind of person that likes love romance stuff, especially in regular show, but at least Minions and Monsters utilized it a lot better. It's really cute. Take notes, regular show. Take freaking notes. Because aside of Rigby and Eileen, Dort and Debbie is the most adorable couple I have ever seen. Yeah, Illumination writes much better relationships than regular show. I mean, there could be exceptions because we got Muscle Man and Starla and High Five Ghost and Celia. But with Mordecai, with CJ and Margaret, no, that is just unacceptable. Handled extremely badly. Dude, we have so much freedom. Oh, what do I power up? Cure him. Is a new challenge starting? It's a new hour. Ah, yes, electrics. My favorite type. We just gotta find some. Oh, tap bulb. Jeez, you were tiny. I didn't even see you there, Tiny. Out there, Danny. Oh my god, Pikachu's gonna be hard to catch. Or not. Pommy. Hey, it's just a kid. Do you think maybe you could spawn some... Well, freeze some electric types for us? They need to hold still. We're looking for electric types. Do you think Mings and Monsters is going to have mini movies? They might. Hey, if they do like mini movies, maybe they can focus more on the Hollywood aspect. Who knows how many other movies they can parody? Or it could just be a standard Minions mini movie. What's with all the buffalons? Did someone like use a charge to you? Oh, that's what I had to do. I thought I had to, like... Gotcha. That's simple, huh? Gengar. Why Gengar? Why that Pokemon? Again, it's a ghost type, but you think maybe a dark type would have been, a lot better? Because it's battling Mewtwo? Base level. No thanks. I already have one. Jeremy Legend 23. Before you head into battle, you should take some time to explore Mega Evolution. Every Mega Evolution is different, and the better informed you are, the stronger you'll be when you face Mega Evolved Mewtwo. Take a look at the Mega Evolved Pokemon out there. What makes each one distinct? What takes you by surprise? Mega Evolved Mewtwo will demand your very best. So now's the perfect time to brush up on what you've learned. Explore, reflect, and let your discoveries guide you. Knowledge is the greatest ally out here, Jeremy Legend 23, so go out there and find it. Hatch 2 eggs. Yeah, and I have to Mega Evolve a Pokemon. Well, I don't have a Mega Evolved Gengar. Mine's a Nintendo Dynamax. So, what exactly am I gonna Mega Evolve? Give me a second. I'm trying to think. Let's see. I'm gonna go for maybe Garchomp. Garchomp is actually really good. I'd say Uricom. Uricom is actually really good when it comes to Mega Evolution. So we'll do Uricom. Irene! We were just talking about her earlier too. What are you doing out here? This is electric type. Not. Oh. Not Irene. Sorry, sir. I thought you were Irene. So I have to hatch 2 eggs and Mega Evolve. Uricom, do you have enough? Yeah, there she is. Why would they want to have Gengar? Is it for, like, I don't know, the fighting Mewtwo? Because it's Ghost? Gengar is a poison type. It's still weak to Psychic. I know it deals, like, a lot of damage, but still. You could have maybe, like, Gardevoir or Gallade. Yeah, Gallade would have been a much better option because it's a Psychic fighting type. Irene! Okay, I know that's Irene. Oh no. I hear the train. It is Irene! We better get out of here. When it's hot like this, it means I'm stuck in like one location for like a long time. You don't really get that many spawns. I just don't want the heat to get to my phone. Because when that happens, it leads to lag. Actually, I think Gardevoir is a much better option against Mewtwo. Because I'm pretty sure Gardevoir also knows Shadow Ball. But what if Mewtwo knows Shadow Ball back? Mewtwo can learn like a lot of moves, so who's to say what kind of move it would have? It might even have a Pokemon that counters you. Dynamo. Here's a question. Do you know how Zeraora fights? It's a real shock. You see, it electrifies its claws and uses them to tear its opponents apart. Ouch. Even if they manage to dodge the attack, they still get zapped by the flying sparks. What incredible power! If any event, we'd best prepare ourselves. I'll try to collect information on its whereabouts while you get out there and power up your knowledge on electric types. Will do! Great, my screen is dimming. What about those eggs? Should they have hatched by now? Oh, Galarian Zigzagoon. And Galarian Meowth. So we have to power up electric. Oh, my nose is running. Why is it we're seeing more ice types than electric types? These spawns are from the previous hour. Still have to do that Meanings of Monsters poster. The Double Fresco one. Man, with heat like this, it's impossible to, draw. Even when you're indoors, it's hard. Why did they give you Squirtle? That's a water type. When one has arrived, Jeremy Legend 23, and only one decision stands between you and Mewtwo. Mega Evolved Mewtwo has two distinct forms, each fascinating and powerful. Mega Mewtwo X's power augments its muscles, it has grip strength on 1 ton, and can sprint 100 meters in 2 seconds flat. Mega Mewtwo Y gets smaller, but its mental power grows even more formidable. Both forms are proof of what Mega Evolution can unlock in an already powerful Pokemon. There's no wrong path here. Trust your judgment and go show Mewtwo what you're made of. A Y